Happy birthday, Scorpio. Let's see what November holds for you. All right, I've pre-shuffled and laid all your cards out in front of me and cleansed the space. Let's get into this reading. The first thing I'm seeing at the focus of the deck, the main factor of this entire month, is about you internalizing your own care. I'm talking to a Scorpio who has, for all intents and purposes, put other people first all of their lives. Like you always thought about the feelings of others, how you can make it easier for others, how you can nurture, love, and be kind to others. And this has served you for a very long time, Scorpio, but you're going through some sort of metamorphosis in this month where you're learning that the past, the things that were supposed to make you happy and bring you joy, left you empty-handed. We see in the past with the Ten of Cups upright, but the Temperance in reverse, those things that you thought you were supposed to do, that you were conditioned to think that were going to make you happy, ended up leaving you feeling empty. They did not bear fruit. You were taught that if you did X, Y, and Z, that these things would happen, and that was what happiness meant. That giving of yourself and depleting yourself and putting other people first was the course to happiness. And I'm talking to a Scorpio that's realizing that your own bucket is empty while you've been filling up everybody else's. What's crossing this is the Seven of Swords and the King of Feathers in reverse. What this is telling me is that you're going through some sort of existential crisis where you're feeling guilty for putting yourself first. You're feeling like you don't deserve or not worthy of it because of this long-term conditioning you've had that you need to put the needs and the feelings of others before yourself. But there's a change happening inside of you where you're realizing that is not your true path to happiness. And that two things can be true at the same time. And I see that when I see the moon crowning it and the sun in reverse under the things that are hidden from you. So what's crowning you with the moon and the Ten of Acorns in reverse? It's like dispelling the illusions of what you thought to be true. Like, okay, I thought this way. These are the patterns of things that I've done over time. And I'm recognizing that these are illusions. This shit isn't real. This shit isn't working. And I'm in my feelings because people are so used to me showing up a specific kind of way, and what's going to happen when I don't? How am I going to be perceived then? The Ten of Acorns in reverse, responsibility and dedication. Most of your life, you've been the person who shows up for everybody. You've been that reliable person that people could run to. And very often you don't have anybody to run to yourself. Like, who's there for me? With the sun and the moon being opposing each other, you're being challenged to ask yourself, can two things be true at the same time? How do I measure and balance this without feeling this guilt, like I'm letting people down? The sun in reverse under the things that are hidden, and the Six of Feathers, transition and insight. You're coming to terms with happiness isn't what I thought it was. What I thought was going to make me happy, you know what, that isn't it. Those things have changed now. And I'm not being wishy-washy. It's okay. I have permission to think differently. When you know better, you do better, right? For the outcome, we have the Two of Wands, which indicates a choice, a decision. A decision in the future, confirmed by the Wheel, change in possibilities. The King of Acorns in reverse and the Nine of Acorns. Power and perseverance. Your decision to choose you is going to bring you across the path. It's going to feel real fucking unfamiliar to you. It's going to feel like you're betraying people. But the most important person that you're not betraying is yourself. And you don't have to feel guilty for that. This decision you're making to choose you, to recognize your strengths, the power that you have, and that you can succeed by choosing yourself. Happiness isn't determined by the way other people look at you. It's the way you feel about yourself when you look in the mirror. I'm going to get a card of advice for you for the month from the Sacred Traveler deck by Denise Lynn. I love this deck. And it's really good for the advice. Oh, cleansing waters. Purification activates vibrant life force. Cleansing waters. I don't have these memorized. I'm going to read it from the book. To achieve fulfillment, purify yourself and your surroundings. Space clear your environment. Clear out clutter. In order to release old beliefs, stagnant energies, and auric grunge that you have picked up, it's necessary to cleanse and purify yourself and your home. Let go of the old, discarded and unused. Eat lightly, drink fresh water, and simplify your life. Shower or bathe with the intention that all that is not needed is washing away. When you purify yourself, you become a clearer channel for light and thus know what direction is best for your life. Also, your sparkling light can then help heal and support many. The traveler periodically takes time from the journey to seek holy waters for purification and renewal. Standing under the mystical cleansing waterfall, the voyager knows her energy field is being cleansed. Past life limitations are washing away, and limiting beliefs are dissolving. Sometimes the traveler purifies in a stream or a mountain lake or next to the ocean waves, but also by standing in the rain or drinking refreshing waters. In each moment, there's a knowing that the water is clearing out what is stagnant and replacing it with shimmering, sparkling energy. Find as many ways as possible to use water as a cleansing force in your life, all with the intent of purifying your life so greater energy can emerge. There is a renewing, there is a changing happening inside the Scorpio I'm speaking to. It's like all these old limiting patterns and beliefs that you had about who you are and how you show up in the world are changing. And you are really being challenged to choose yourself finally. For the final spread, the Lovers in reverse, the Four of Cups, the Empress, and the Three of Pentacles. This is excellent. I think that you making the choice to not just receive just any love that comes your way. You're being very selective. You're being very selective with your relationships. Sometimes it's like you would accept any networking or any type of person that came across your path, whether it be a friend or an acquaintance, like you would embrace them both equally. I can see that you're being more selective with your relationships. It's not gonna be real popular with you coming in the world in a different way, where you're not like prioritizing other people's needs and wants above your own. But it is going to make you the Empress. This is the most powerful female in this deck because she takes all the power of all queens in all of the different suits and combines them into the Empress. She's a creative life force energy, and everything she touches turns to gold. And that is what's going to make people want to work with you. When you start choosing yourself and your needs, your wants, and you prioritize your integrity and your character, that's what's going to make the difference. People are going to see that you're not just going to take anything. You know what you deserve. That is what I have for you for this month, Scorpio. Happy birthday, babe.